Welcome to your Daily 5 for Wednesday, April 23rd, 2025. Well, I didn't really intend yesterday and today's 5 to be somewhat related, but I guess that they are now that I think about it, because it is about the effort and the artistry involved in creating something visual that people look at. So this is slightly different, though. Yesterday was animation. Today is one of my favorite topics, which is fan edits. And specifically, the fan edit that inspired this 5 is a re-edit and a cleanup of a movie that has a very divisive fan response. Not everybody loves this movie. I'm talking about Alien 3. It had a very rough production, miserable production by all accounts, and which resulted in a theatrical version that is definitely an imperfect creation. There was an assembly cut that was released. Oh, I don't remember now. I have it on as part of the Alien quadrilogy. And that one is in some ways better, but not an entirely successful film, depending on how you look at it. And up until the fan edit I'm going to talk about today, the assembly cut was my preferred way of watching it. I felt like it corrected a lot of the problems that the theatrical cut had, but still had its own problems. However, I was unaware that for 5 years, a group of people, I don't know how many, I have not found an actual concrete number, but there's a group of people who have been really attempting to make as perfect a version of Alien 3 as is possible. There is no perfect version. This is not the director's cut. This is not a restored version of the film. There is never going to be that because David Fincher quit. The movie was never completed the way he wanted to, so it is at best a compromised vision. But this is absolutely the ideal way to see what is the most perfect version of a compromised product you could possibly hope to have as of this recording. And this group of people, you can find the information over on A34K.net, which is short for Alien34K.net. And what this team has done is they have taken both cuts of the film, the theatrical cut and the assembly cut. They have mostly kept the assembly cut intact, but they have also woven in parts of the theatrical cut where it made more sense. They've made cuts to fix some narrative contradictions and errors or things that just seem silly, and I tend to agree with everything. They've got it outlined on their website what they did and why they made the choices they did. And while some of them you could probably go back and forth on, I think most of them fans of the film would agree were the correct decisions. But the more important thing is the movie has been gone through. They have done a regrade of some of the colors to make it more consistent with the other films. They've deepened a lot of the darker areas, which is, to my mind, more of what Fincher would have wanted in terms of the look. And they've redone the alien effects to fix what was the most glaringly bad part of the film, which was that the VFX for the alien were never integrated into the film cleanly. They always stood out. They never looked right in almost every shot, except for a couple at the very, very end, like the one where the alien gets exploded, which, sorry, I guess spoiler for a 30-plus-year-old film now. When the alien gets blown up, that always looked good, but the shots of the alien moving around never quite gelled correctly. The VFX was apparently very rushed. It wasn't done the way it should have been done, and it's evident in every version of the film up until this one. They actually went through, and if you have any knowledge of Photoshop and how much effort this is, sort of similar to yesterday's thing, you'll have an appreciation for it. They took every frame of the alien, took it out, isolated it in Photoshop, cleaned up the edges, reintegrated it, made the color grading. They even fixed one effect where the alien sort of phases through a part of the environment, a security camera. And in the original film, the foot of the alien just goes through it like it's clipping from like Doom or something, like a video game. And they actually reanimated the camera to blow up, to basically break apart when the alien's foot hits it, so that it actually looks right. It's such a small detail. Most people probably would never even, I never noticed it. I never noticed it in the original until I watched some of the breakdown of how they did this. Never saw it. Never noticed it at all. I think because I was so distracted by the fact that the alien didn't even look like it was in the scene, I really wouldn't have cared if its foot went through a security camera. But they took the time to make that camera explode. And that level of dedication to making this film the best it could possibly be is so evident. It is such a massive improvement. And it is now the only version of this movie that I'm going to watch, similar to how I watch Paradise instead of Prometheus or Alien Covenant. So Alien 3, the Legacy Cut, which is what it's called, absolutely worth seeking out. Link in the show notes to where you can get it. Watch it. It's excellent. Later.